Ancient Demon Lord Rimuru by Mertinator1905. 16. Education is important. After they've finished the meeting, which fell rather short because of Dagrul's surprising cooperation, they changed the venue to enjoy the banquet prepared for them. The meals were surprisingly good and everyone enjoyed it to its fullest, especially Milam and Gaia. Since Gaia's revival, they've grown even closer and, to Rimuru's surprise, are quite similar concerning their behavior. While Rimuru was lost in his thoughts and was happy to see his friend happy, he overheard an interesting conversation between Dagrul and Velgrind. Dagrul, I felt my little brother's presence here recently. I hope he didn't cause you any troubles. No, not at all. He comes along to spar with me from time to time, but I quite enjoy it. Dagrul said truthfully. But be careful, he is quite a problem child. I wouldn't want him to blow away your kingdom here. Dagrul hearing this let out a small chuckle which caused Velgrind to be confused. This was a serious warning, why would he laugh? Doesn't he take me serious? Did I say something funny? Velgrind asked annoyed. No, not at all. It's just now I understand what Veldora meant. But I'll keep it in mind, thank you for the warning, Velgrindson. Velgrind's confusion grew more with Dagrul's answer. She wondered what Veldora would have told him. What do you mean by that? What did my little brother tell you? He told me about how strong his sisters are and how they can be really ruthless. I knew Velgrindson and Velzardzson would be strong, but to be strong enough to horrify Veldora, that's something. Under normal circumstances, Dagrul, the calm and serious man he is, wouldn't have uttered such words. But because of this banquet, he lowered his poison resistance and consequently got a little drunk. He didn't know he was leading his friend into his doom. What an interesting story. Are you sure he didn't talk about Velzard? I'm sure he couldn't have meant me, right? Rimuru, who saw where this was leading, paled. He had to intervene or his soon-to-be-sworn friend would get educated soon. Velgrindson, what do you think about? Not now, Rimuru. I'm having an interesting talk with Dagrul over here. So, Dagrul, your answer? She asked with a smile. To an onlooker, this smile looked bewitching, but to someone who knew Velgrind, it only meant despair. Alright, no, he said both were equally ruthless. But I respect that. If I had a son and if he would go around rampaging, I would also give him a proper beating. Good education is important. Dagrul said, still not knowing of the consequences this conversation would have for Veldora. I see. Rimuru, I think I will have to go and visit my brother once we're done with our little trip. Velgrind said, with a menacing smile. Alright Velgrind. Rimuru uttered and, deep inside, prayed for Veldora's safety. Thank you for the meal, it was delicious. But we have to go now, we have other matters to attend to. We will contact you concerning the meeting we will hold with the other demon lords. Rimuru said as he stood up. Everyone else followed suit and prepared for the departure. Alright, it was good to have you here, Demon Lord Rimuru. Dagrul said. No need for formalities, Rimuru is enough, we are both fellow demon lords now. And before I forget, thank you for saving our country. We saw you intervening and stopping a possible catastrophe. Glassard said with a bow. No need for that, I just helped a friend calm down, that's all to it. We'll be leaving now. And with that, Rimuru and his entourage made their way and left to visit Luminos Valentine. Brother, was it a good idea to tell Velgrind-sama about your conversations with Veldora-sama? Glassard asked. What do you? Oh. When Dagrul realized what he exactly did, he was petrified. While it was late to do anything about it, he silently prayed for the safety of the storm dragon. Meanwhile, in the castle of the vampire queen, a certain paladin was mentally tortured. Since she was separated from Chloe, she became the plaything of a certain vampire who was known for her lust over cute girls. Hinata, despite at first being happy about having her body back, wished to crawl back into Chloe to take shelter. Luminos constantly made advances towards her or, what's even worse, turned her into a puppet and clothed her with various embarrassing clothing and most of them were revealing enough that should anybody ever see her in them other than Chloe and Luminos, she would have to kill them personally. While she was in her room, reluctantly trying a revealing bunny costume, Luminos and Chloe were in the throne room, waiting for her to finish up. While Luminos couldn't wait to see her, Chloe felt bad for her friend, but was happy that she wouldn't be the one who has to wear stuff like that anymore. Why does it take so long? There is almost nothing to put on. Luminos said. Sigh. Luminos, do you really have to torture her like that? What do you mean? She has to get used to it. We have so many years to live together, better she gets used to it quickly. Luminos retorted, which sent a shiver down Chloe's spine. Nearly 2 feet 000 years. I feel bad for Hinata. Suddenly, Gunther barged in the throne room, much to dismay of Luminos, who ordered them not to disturb her under any circumstances. Luminasama, we have an. Didn't I tell you that I will kill you if you dare to interrupt us, Gunther? Are you ready for your punishment? Luminos said, while emanating a menacing aura. Gunther was sweating under the pressure his queen was giving off and kneeled in front of her. To at least tell her the reason for barging in like that, he spoke out before receiving his punishment. My queen, the violet and blue primordials are here. Gunther shouted. The anger Luminos felt was replaced with confusion and fear. She could maybe take on one of the primordials unless it is Guy Crimson, but 2 of them. Why are they here? Wasn't Blue serving Guy? Other than Rain, Guy and Misery, the other primordials were fierce rivals, why were 2 of them here? Gunther, realizing the pale face of his queen, decided to continue. They demand a meeting with you, my queen. A meeting? What did they want? They just said that they demand a meeting and didn't state the reason. Such insolence. Tell them to state their reason for coming here. If it piques my interest, maybe I'll talk to them. Luminos brushed it off and waved Gunther away. Isn't Rain under sensei now? Maybe he came to visit. But why does he want to meet Luminos? And Ultima? Did he already recruit her? Chloe thought to herself. Luminos, do you think it's a good id? Before Chloe could finish her sentence, she was interrupted by Luminos. I don't care. I don't have time for arrogant demons who barge in my territory without stating a reason. If they decide to cause a ruckus, we too can deal with them. Luminos answered. Chloe's anxiety grew as she heard the explanation of the vampire queen. No matter how caring and gentle Rimuru was, the primordials under him weren't. She knew that Gunther, who had to deliver such an answer, was in serious danger. Suddenly, the throne door blasted open with a huge explosion and Gunther was sent flying. He landed before Luminos and was seriously injured. Luminos took her battle stance and drew her sword, while Chloe let out a sigh as she already knew this would happen. From the destroyed door, 2 figures emerged. They were emitting a deadly aura, and Luminos felt a shiver run down her spine when she saw the Rain and Ultima enter the throne room. Rain, it looks like we have to teach this blood-sucking leech, who dares to deny our Lord's request, a good lesson, don't you think? Rain didn't answer immediately but simply stared at the vampire queen, who readied herself for a fight. As much as I hate it, you're right. As Belgrin-sama and Dagrul-sama said, education is important. Ultima, hearing this, grew a menacing smile and faced the vampire queen. Let's play a little, shall we?